Lisa. Welcome to my craft room. Hey, I love these Z-fold cards. They are so versatile. And here in the next few weeks, I'm going to have like 8 or 10 of them on my channel. So what I did was I made a public file on Cricut. So if you click on the link, it'll take you to your Cricut and put the card base onto your Cricut mat, and then we'll start from there. So make it so much easier for you. So I thought this would be fun. It could be for a man or a woman. And happy birthday, you rock. Got the little toot box there. So let's go make it. Okay, here we are. If you clicked on the link in my signature, then you will have this on your canvas. If you haven't, just pause it real quick, go down to the description, click on it. Cricut, it's a public Cricut file, and it'll put it on your canvas. Here is the envelope that goes with this, but I'm going to move this out of the way. This will be easy because the background is already light blue. We also want this to be light blue. So if something has a score or an ink line on it, you cannot change the color through edit. You have to go into layers. So we're going to highlight it, then go into over here and make that light blue. There you go. Okay, now we are going to change these backgrounds into yellow. So again, it's got a score line on it, so you have to go into layers, highlight it, go to edit, and come up here, and it's going to be the light yellow. There you go. And then this one is going to also be the light yellow. So let's change that. There we go. Just like that. Now see, all of that is done. Now let's go get your images. Anytime that you look up a Cricut image by code number, they're all going to start with #M. So let me show you how to do the jukebox. And then you've got the list here of all your different images. I'll fast forward through all that. You get all these images put on the canvas, and then we'll go from there. So the jukebox is M3399E, just like that. Then you click on it, and it loads it down here next to insert. So get all these images. I'll meet you over on your canvas. Okay, here we are on the canvas. Let's get all of our stuff where we can do it. Okay, we're going to change some sizes first because it'll just be easier. Let's do this. It's the jukebox first. It's 3.5 high. 3.5. There we go. There's that. Then there's 2 of these rectangles. So let's do the first one first. And this is going to change both. So you're going to unlock, okay? In between your width and your height, you're going to hit the unlock button. And the first one is going to be 3.7 wide times 1.37 long. There we go. That's for your happy birthday. And then we're going to duplicate. There we go. And the other one, go back to edit, is going to be 1.75 wide times 1. There you go. Okay, now we're going to lock that button back up. And these are going to go here. Okay. So now let's do happy birthday. First, we're going to ungroup it because we don't need the balloons. So you're going to go to actions and ungroup. Okay, and then we're just going to delete that. Okay, now the happy birthday is going to be 1.2 high. There we go, and that's going to go right here. Next, the you rock. We're going to do the exact same thing we just did. We're going to ungroup it. Okay, we only want the words. So the rest of this we're going to delete. You just drag your finger and grab all of them and hit delete. Okay, we've got the U-Rock. Now it is going to be 1.5 wide. So let's go in here and hit 1.5. There we go. That goes here. Okay, now let's do the record. All of the records are 1.25. Doesn't matter width or height, it'll stay the same. 1.25. Okay, here in a minute, we're going to duplicate these, change the colors and all that. First, let's go ahead and do the musical notes. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to ungroup them. I'm going to pull this one off. Okay, since we only need one of these, I just left it like that and then cut off that little extra part there. That was the background for this. So it is 1 inch high. So we're going to go to height and put in 1. There you go. That's the only one we need of that one. Then these are all going to be over where the records are going, over on the left. So here's this one. Then this. Let me go ahead and do this one though first. And it is 0.6 high. 0.6. There we go. That's for over there in those corners. And then let me change this height real quick for all the ones on the left, and then I'm going to change them all black so we don't have to worry about it anymore, okay? So we're also going to do actions, ungroup. We don't need this background, so delete that. And then this one is going to be 0.75 high. 0.75. Okay, these are all the ones that are going to go on the very left-hand side. I will put them up where they go here in just a second. First, let's grab all of these, and I'm going to go ahead and change their color to black. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to duplicate these real quick. There we go. And then let's put these up where they go, and that way they're out of our way. Okay, so you don't get too confused. Now, we need another copy of these to go, watch the record, to go over here. Okay, so let's duplicate both of these again. And those two sizes are 0.75 high. 0.75. There we go. And this one is 1 high. Okay, those are going to go over here. And then we need the ones for down by the happy birthday and you rock. So we are going to duplicate them again. Both of these are for you rock. The one note is going to be 0.4 high. 0.4. There we go. And this one is going to be 0.5. And this one is going to be 0.5 high. There you go. These are going to be the smallest ones because they got to sit. And I'm just going to put them right there so we don't get confused. Okay, and then on the happy birthday, these all are going to be 0.6 high, which as you can see, this one already. And this one is 0.75 high. And I used an extra one of these, so I'm going to duplicate that. And boom, there. All of those are done. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and color and change the color of one of this record. So when we start duplicating it, we only have to do it once. Okay, we're going to go into layers. First, we're going to change the record to black. Okay, and then because now you can't see this label, I'm going to go ahead and change it to the orange, just so we can see it and keep our, there you go. See, like that. Now, we're going to need 2 of these oranges. So I'm going to duplicate this, and then this one is going to go right up here. Okay. Then I'm going to duplicate it 2 more times. 1, 2. And then all I need to do is change these colors right here. So let's find them. One is going to be the bright red. Let's go ahead because we're going to change everything to the bright red. And this one is going to be the bright blue. So we are going to go into here edit up here, and we'll pick this bright blue right here. Okay, the jukebox. Let's go into layers again. Let's go find him. There he is. This part is going to be the bright red. There we go. Now, I'm going to just, you don't have to do this. I'm just taking it to show you. I did all of this in the shiny silver that I have. If you don't have any shiny silver, you can leave it black. You can turn it to gray if you'd like. And then once I had everything cut out, I just cut a little black square to go behind the part where it's curved on the top and also behind that grape kind of thing at the bottom. That's a personal choice. That's up to you. Okay. So just in case, I am going to change this to the light gray, and that's going to represent the silver for me. Okay, so I'm going to put him back up here. Then this rectangle that's behind, this is kind of a 50s thing. I'm also going to turn this into the light gray. There you go. I changed both of those. The happy birthday I need in the bright red. There we go. And then you rock, same thing. Bright red. There we go. Okay, let's double check all these colors. Now, before we do that, I need to ask you a favor. To make it go quicker on the craft table, and because you are way too good to watch me put all these little tiny pieces on to these things, if you will go ahead and glue the records, the jukebox, and these two signs, just the background and the words, not the musical notes. Just go ahead and glue all those. Then once we get to the craft table, it's going to be quick and easy. Okay, so now let's go check our colors. We don't want to cut out a ton of mats, so let's pare those down. Okay, so we've got everything that's black. Your label is bright blue. Background is light blue. Did I just miss out? Oh, there you go. Okay. So you got your light blue, you got your silver or gray, your red, your orange, and your light yellow. Okay, good. We've got all the colors. So go cut all this stuff out. Go ahead and glue the jukebox, the records, and the happy birthday and you rock together, and I will meet you over at the craft table, and we'll do this quick and easy. Okay, here we are at the craft table. As you can see, it's well loved. And my first tip, I put everything on separate paper plates so I can keep everything straight. It's not as important on this one because we've already put things together, but when you have multiple things that have a lot of little pieces, it's easier for me. So let's go ahead and get our base done. Okay, I went ahead and folded this like a card. There's a score line right down here on the front, so we're going to bend that backwards. Okay, just go slow till your score line grabs. There we go, just like that. That's why it's called a Z-fold card, because it's folded like a Z. And this is going to go really fast because I did the public post of the base. Because if you had to build the whole base every time we wanted to do one of these cards, it would take forever. As a matter of fact, the wedding card I did, the very first one of these, that's what I did. And it took way too long. So I was like, okay, forget it. I got to give him the base. Oh, I have been making I'm doing all this gluing, and so I got a little bit of glue on my base there. Okay, this is about 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, just like that. And so now that you have the base of this, by the time I get back from Colorado, I will have about 8, 9 of these. And I plan on doing a bunch more. Today, I posted the princess one, which was the second one. So, I've got... Oh, I just did one for Thanks a Latte, a coffee one. I did one for 4th of July. So, by the time you're doing this one, there'll be quite a few. Okay, already on there that use the same base. So keep that. Okay, now this is the part that's going to go in front. This one has the long piece here, and then it has the score on this side. So first you're going to bend this down, just like that. Okay. And then this one is going to go up. So you're doing exactly reverse of the big one. Okay. So then we're going to straighten it back out. Let's get our base put on this too. See, I think the jukebox is super cute. And with the records and the music, but I always like those 50s diners. We went to one in California, gosh, years and years ago. I think it was called I think it was actually a chain, and it was called something like Johnny Rockets or something like that. And my boys were little. We had gone out there, I think, out to LA, I think, for Disneyland. We have a special needs adult son who is a Disney fanatic, but they were little back then. And we had gone to that Johnny Rockets, and they were just fascinated that you could play music on the jukebox from your table. They just, they'd probably still be that way because with technology these days, nobody does jukeboxes anymore, do they? Okay, there you go. Now, this is the way it's going to do. Now, let me show you exactly what we're doing. I did a little example here. When it closes, this is what it looks like. As you can see the long part is here, okay? And it closes like this, and then when it opens up like this, okay? And then, see this pink part in here? Do you see that? Hopefully I'm turning it so you can see what I'm talking about. That's going to be your brace. That's what your jukebox is going to sit on. Now, this one is flush, the same. Some of cards use that, some don't. This one is, we're going to raise this up about 1/2, 3/4 of an inch, something like that, up above here. So we can hook our jukebox to it, okay? So let's go ahead and get this all done, and it can be drying, okay? So I usually do these. I'm going to make these back flat again, okay? It's just easier. So I usually do these about 1 inch above the bottom, just like that. And these sides are going to be absolutely flush. I'm going to get some of this glue off my fingers. Should be just flush with the edges here, so you know whether you've got it straight. So that's easy. Okay, so we're going to just do this one square here. There we go. And we're going to lay it down flat. Make sure that the sides are even. That makes it straight all the way across. Okay, now on this side, we are only going to do here. Okay, we're not going to go past this fold. Okay, so what I do, I put my thumb where I know where the fold is, and so I bring it back, and I know not to put any glue past my thumb. Okay, so then we're just going to smooth it until, there we go, just like that, see? Okay, and now look, you've already got your square. Look how easy that was. Okay, let's go ahead and do this guy now. It's easier to do it now than later. You're gonna bend both of these score lines, just like that. There we go. Okay, and then this is going to, normally I would do it from the top, but I'm filming from the top, so I can't. This is gonna go right here about 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch, something like that. Doesn't matter. Right? And it's going to glue here, and it's going to glue here. Okay? And that's going to give you your brace to glue your jukebox on. So, you don't want to put any glue, here. So, we're going to do just a little square of glue, about 1/2 of it. Okay? And on this one, we can do the whole thing because it butts up against the card. And then these edges right here are going to butt up right against the back of the card. Okay, and then I'm going to leave them folded in so I don't drag glue everywhere while I'm sliding it down where it's supposed to go. Okay, so I'm going to get it in there, and then I'm going to make sure that it butts right up against the back. Okay, and then this one, it's going to do the same thing. Okay, just like that. Do you see that? You see the side? You're not going to really see the side, so it really doesn't matter. And since it's blue, it blends in with the background and nobody's really going to notice it. Okay, do you see that? Okay, so boom, done. Now I'm going to tell you, and I tell everybody, make sure you leave this sitting somewhere to dry open. You do not want to put it in your envelope too soon. You don't want to glue it together like this, and you don't want to glue it to the inside of your envelope. Okay, so first, why don't we do the happy birthday and the You Rock? Now, if I said on the canvas, if you don't have silver paper, just do gray or even black, maybe, you know, that's totally your choice. But any of them will go. Okay, and then again on that jukebox, remember I had you cut a little black square and a little black square for here to go underneath. I just thought it, you know, made it look a little more interesting. So this is going to go here. And then we're going to put the happy birthday on. And this one is matched, but it's going to go this way. Okay, so it just goes. And I tried to make these look kind of 50s, you know. 50s diner kind of thing. So this one, you're going to put right in the middle. Okay, just about right there. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and this one, and if you are using the silver paper, it will get fingerprints. So when you get to the end, you can just wipe it off and it'll wipe the fingerprints right off. So let's put this one over here in the middle of this one. There you go, just like that. Okay, now on the happy birthday, the H is going to sit up above like this. Okay, and this P is going to be almost even with the top. And it's going to be, let's see, the middle of this P is going to be in the middle of this fold. Okay, or however you think it looks good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy put down. If you get a little bit of glue on your silver, just wait a little bit and get it wet just a little bit, and it'll wipe right off. Or this kind of glue does. Okay, so we want this P in the middle of the fold and this P right at the top of the silver. So let's see if we can do that without making too big of a mess. Yeah, just about right there. Okay, and then let's do, oops, musical note. Okay, we have got the B. The best thing to do next is this one, because we know we want to put it right next to the A. Now you see where I've got a little bit of glue here and there? Not a problem. Once it dries a little bit, I'll be able to rub it off because of this silver. Okay. So then this is going to go up just a little bit. It's going to fit in that little space right there. And the P, the bottom of the P is almost going to hit them just like that. See? Oop. Not the B part. Okay, then let's do the I. Okay. And of course, you can look at your canvas while you're doing this. The I is going to go a little bit lower than the R. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do the B, and then we'll dot the I. And like I say, you see all this glue that's kind of leaked out? Not a problem. Here in a minute, I can get just a wet paper towel. Whoa, see, I want to make sure it gets good and dry though first. And I can go through with my finger or whatever, and I can just take a wet paper. See, look, I just got that. See this in the middle of the A? You just kind of rub it with your fingernail, and it'll come right out. So let's do the B real quick. Here we are. Okay, and this goes about right here. There we go. Look at that. Look, we're doing good. Okay, and then this guy, this double music note here, goes by the Y for the happy Y. Okay, it's going to go about right here. There we go. We've got a single down here. This little guy. He's going to be right here on the edge. See? I got to go wash my hands. I got too much glue. Uh-oh. Now, if I get a bunch of glue like this, I will go through and pull some of it out while it's still a little wet. Just to give you a little tip. See? Just like that. And then it'll be a little easier for me to clean up here in a minute. Then, and you can go look on my thumbnail and see how it'll be nice and clean before I take the picture. And then this one will kind of go about right here. There we go. Look how good you're doing. Okay, let's do the You Rock. This will want to go fast. Okay. I hope you're having a good summer so far. My older son bought a house and he is on his own, and my younger son is a special needs guy, and he's just waiting for Special Olympics to restart. He's still mad at COVID because COVID just messed his whole life up. And he is mad. So he still is not happy with all of that. Okay. Again, I'm making a huge mess with this glue, but it will be very easy for me to clean up. So you'll have to check out my thumbnail and you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, we've got 2 more little musical notes here for around the You Rock. Let's do the little single one first. Okay. And it is right here. Just like that. And this guy is over by the U. Okay. Right here. There you go. Look at that. I swear I got way too much glue on my fingers. Okay. Okay, now let's do the records. You got an orange one over here, or whatever color you want to do. And then the 2 big musical notes will go over here. Okay. There we go. So whoever's going to get this is going to love it because it is adorable. Okay, there we go. Even guys would like this. This is and as a matter of fact, I had guys in mind when I designed this. Guy cards are hard, you know. You know, if your guy doesn't drink beer or doesn't ride a motorcycle, or, you know, some of those store-bought cards, they only have so many, you know, interests. Let's see, I kind of like it right here, like that. Okay, there you go. Then let's do these 3 over here. There we go, just like that. We will do the red up in the corner first, so it doesn't quite match the other orange one. We don't want to put the orange one there. So it doesn't matter on these. I just kind of bent them, you know, so they don't look like they're stacked up. Design-wise, they say to do things in odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, something like that. So we've got 3 records and 3 notes over here. So there we go. And then we've got the 3 musical notes. Here's this one, this double one. Okay. Look at how quick we're doing this, because you took the time to go ahead and make the jukebox and these records, and you don't need to sit here and watch me put this stuff together. You can go sit in front of the TV and put it together. And then when it's time to come here, it's boom, 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 you're ready. Okay, one last music note. We are almost done. Look how quick that's going. Okay. I'm going to put one more right over here. Like that. There you go. Look at that. Look how cute that is. And look. Okay. The only thing we have left to do is do the jukebox. Okay. So I want this just a little bit above here. Okay, when it pops up. So I'm going to lay it back down flat. I'm not going to leave it that way very long in case I got some wet glue. Okay. Do you see that? I just barely got the feet just above the yellow. You know, I want it to be anchored. Okay, so you've got about this much for glue. So you're going to do good. This is the only thing that's going to hold it into the card. So we're going to do some really good glue on here. Normally you don't have to do that much, but for this, we want to make sure that it stays in there really good. Okay, now that it's flat like this, then you're going to do, not on this part, of course, because it's going to pop up. You're going to put this like right here in the middle of this fold. Okay. And then I want the feet just barely above the yellow. And I'm going to bend this a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Don't smush everything and make sure everything's good. And look at that. Look, you did it. You're already done. You did a great job. I am really proud of you.